and welcome to a new edition of the Red Mountain Express. What episode are we on? Do we know yet?
64.
64.
Had to do a lot of double checking last week.
Some research.
Some research. Deep dive.
Deep investigative reporting into what episode we are on.
It's ridiculous.
But we're back to on a somewhat normal schedule, right?
Hopefully.
For now. I mean, we're a week at a time. This is how I'm doing this right now.
It's kind of shocking we're doing this on Thanksgiving week because usually we'll take a holiday week off.
Yeah, but we missed like 2 weeks prior to this. Me and Patrick recorded one without you, and then we had 2 weeks blank. So, we need to make up for that.
You can only do so many episodes without me. Is that what you're saying?
We have only done so many without you.
Well, that's probably true. How's everybody's week going so far, or how'd everybody's weekend go?
I spent my weekend doing projects around the house. It was very exciting. I repainted a train table and recovered it. It looked very nice.
A train table?
Yeah, so like a kind of a low to the ground table for the kids to build their little train tracks on or do Duplos or...
Okay, I just wondered for a second if you were getting like model train building.
Not really model train, more like you'll get into this when Benjamin gets a little older. The little like Brio train tracks, like the Thomas trains and all that stuff.
Like just the wooden pieces.
Yeah, the wooden pieces that kind of fit together,
yeah.
And then you can
See, I had a train when I was a kid that you could put oil in and it would smoke.
We had one of those.
I don't think they allow those around anymore, do they?
Oh, I'm sure you can still find them.
Yeah, we had one as like a Christmas train set. The kind you're supposed to like put around the tree. Yeah, I don't think we did that, but we definitely smoked the oil, which was interesting to watch. It's an interesting thing to say too.
Smoked
the oil train. Yeah, so it was that and just a bunch of projects around the house. It was very exciting.
Sounds like it.
I got a lot done, though.
Yeah, I think I did less than that. Well, so I worked Sunday, of course, and then I had last Friday and Saturday off, and we got some stuff done around the house, a little bitty piddly stuff like cleaning and buying groceries, but that's kind of it. It was a really short weekend for me.
Back to work.
Yep.
My weekend, I had some school work to do.
Man, we had really, really exciting weekends.
But I did go to Bogue's restaurant in downtown Birmingham.
Did you go for dinner?
No, we went for breakfast.
Oh, okay. They've been open for breakfast for many, many, many years, but they recently opened for dinner, which I thought was interesting. I haven't even seen the menu, but I was like, oh, that's cool.
I've never been there before. So
breakfast is good.
Megan's sister came to town, or her sister and brother-in-law and our nieces came to town for Thanksgiving, and they're still in town this week. And they wanted to go there for breakfast on Sunday morning before church. And I had the O-lineman.
Okay.
And do you know what this consists of? First of all,
it sounds like a lot of food.
Let's just put it this way. I cleared all the calories that I needed for the day in that one sitting. So
probably
here we go.
Extras too.
It's 4 eggs. Which I didn't see that.
You've
part.
already lost
me. Wait.
Yeah.
Four eggs, hash browns, grits. I think there's 2 biscuits with it with gravy, and then you
gotta be bacon.
Wait, and you get 2 choices of meat. Like it's either link sausage, patty sausage, or bacon. Can you guess which ones I went with?
I'm gonna go link sausage and bacon.
I went link sausage and patty sausage.
Oh my goodness!
How do you pass over the bacon with that meal?
Right?
Because I you know what, the link sausage was okay. They kind of burned it, but it was still all good. And I didn't even eat the gravy though, because I put grits in my biscuits. So
I don't think you need
an excuse
to have not eaten the gravy because of everything else on your plate.
Well, okay, I take that back. I did dip a couple of things. No, I put grits in my biscuit, or actually I pour it on top sometimes.
I've never heard of that.
Have you ever tried it? Don't knock it till you try it.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's not good.
That's not like a traditional thing.
I just don't think that's normal.
You know what's not normal? Mixing gumbo and jambalaya, but I do it on Christmas Eve, okay? Because you know why? It's so darn good.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I'll have to give it a try.
You have to give it a try. But anyway, it was really, really good. The service was really good. The food was great, and I enjoyed it. So it was a new place in Birmingham that I'd never been, and I liked it a lot. So
I have actually never heard of that before. Like you said,
Bogue's?
I've never heard
of it.
Oh,
really? Are you serious?
All right, so it's been around for many, many years, and actually this was it was several years ago when right there on Claremont, you know where the Winn-Dixie is?
Yeah.
It's right sort of that corner. There was like a salon there.
Yeah.
It was an old firehouse, and they actually were going to tear down the firehouse to build a CVS, I think.
A Walgreens.
Or Walgreens.
And they built the Walgreens, yeah.
And they were going to tear that whole building down, and then a lot of people got really upset, like I said. About that. You know, like we get really upset if you want to tear down buildings. I don't know why. It was not that amazing of a building, but it's an old building.
It might have been like a really historic
style, kind of a Spanish style looking thing. And so they actually ended up saving that building and kind of keeping some of the style and just redoing it a little bit. But Bogues had been, I don't know if they were in that building originally, if there's a separate building, but anyway, no, that used to be a firehouse.
Yeah.
That's what it was, a fire station. And they moved into the fire station. So a little bit of history about Bogues, but it's been around for, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 years, maybe even more than that.
For as far as I can remember sitting here at this point, now maybe somewhere in the past I probably had this exact same conversation where, I've never heard of that. I've never been there for sure.
It's good.
I honestly haven't been there for breakfast since I was probably in high school, and
that was decades ago.
Literally. And now,
yeah.
20 years next year. I do remember they had like these honey buns or like little, I don't know, they were good. It's been a while, but I remember that.
I'm going to have to put that on my list to check out.
Check it out.
See, look, I brought up something to discuss, and we talked about it and probably filled
You
up the first half of the
contribute.
show.
I want somebody to go there for dinner and tell me how their dinner is, because
Why don't you go there for dinner?
They've
and tell us how
done
it
breakfast and I think lunch for forever.
Is it funny that this podcast always talks about food?
Well, okay, if anybody knows us or has seen us, it's probably not
shocking.
Not shocking at all.
No.
It's pretty apparent that we enjoy our food. We're not big guys, but we're not small. None of us are petite.
No.
Let me tell you a quick story about. I was in Washington D.C. one time, and we were having an event where a senator was coming by a reception we were doing, and it was me and my boss, a member of ours who is like 6'4". He's a big guy, and the senator walked in and says, "I didn't know that I was meeting the lineman for the Green Bay Packers," because we're all standing there, and he walked by, and I looked around, I was like, he just called us fat. That man just called us fat. So anyway, funny story.
So, I know something else that opened this weekend that I should have gone to try out because I've had great experiences before. Dave & Buster's opened this weekend here in Birmingham.
That's awesome.
I know we talked about it like last week or 2 weeks ago. Maybe it's 3. I don't know.
A while ago.
We've talked about Dave & Buster's a couple times now, but it is now officially open down there at the River Trace Galleria area. So
the outside looks I haven't been in, but like I drove by there about a week ago, and it looks really, really cool.
Well, I saw Happenings in the Ham had a post up of like different pictures and stuff of them doing activities inside there. I don't know if it's like a soft opening or they just got access, but it looks nice in there. They've got a lot of, of course they do. They've got a lot of games and little things set up in there. So try it out.
I'll definitely go check that out.
Thank
So
you,
something else that opened this weekend, Blake, I think it's open, right? You sent me you sent a picture of the Buffalo Wild Wings downtown.
I don't know if it's open. So we were actually on the way to Bogues, and there was the Magic City Half Marathon was this weekend. So of course, traveling through downtown Birmingham was
a nightmare.
Yeah, I got trapped in that trying to get to work Sunday morning.
Oh my Lord, it was just, and it's fine. But it just took forever to get across the city. So we went down the street where it is, and it kind of just showed up on the left. And I was like, wow, there it is. And it looks done. Now, I don't know if it's open. We've looked everywhere. I don't think it's open, but it looks great. It looks really, really good. Looks like there's going to be plenty of parking, and it's in a good location.
When you sent the picture, I tried to find stories, and I couldn't find anything that said it was open yet.
Yeah.
Well, my bad then. But it looked open. It looked like they had everything going on there.
It's got to be getting close because it really does look like.
Well,
it's
I think there was a
close to
sign
completion.
that says we're open. That's the thing. I'm going through our here we go. I'm going through our yeah. It says now open here on the side.
Okay, perfect. That's why I thought it was
open.
open.
It's just it says now open.
That's probably why I thought that.
So
you don't put out a sign that says now open if you're not open, right? That would be ridiculous.
Well, somebody
now open and sometime soon,
somebody made a mistake,
or it's actually open,
or it could be. Who knows? Again, we're not real journalists here on the Red Mountain Express.
We do no actual research.
Yeah.
But the sign says now open, so go by, check it out. If they're not open, tell them to take down the sign.
And if they are open, go get some wings because I love Buffalo Wild Wings.
And one last thing that opened, I think last weekend, is the Slice Pizza in Vestavia.
You mentioned this, and this place has been in process of being open for
forever. So they built this place literally from the ground up. This was a lot that they cleared off, built a building, and it's right there on Cahaba River Road. I've dropped past it just about every day going to work, going down 280, and
it's right there next to the Lifetime.
Right across the
Fitness.
street from Lifetime Fitness, which, go work out and then go get you some pizza and some beer at the Slice. The place has been really busy. I mean, it's been packed. They don't have a whole lot of parking there. I think they've had some valet parking, at least on Friday and Saturday nights. So their cars like across the street in like the median, basically, or like the side of the road. But that's another place I got on my list to go check out. Have y'all been to the one in Lakeview?
Oh, yeah. Several times.
Yeah, absolutely. Great.
I really enjoy it.
Yeah. So I'm hoping this place will work out. It's another good place in Vestavia to go check out. And now that I drive by it every day going to work, I'll think about it more and be like, oh yeah, they're open now. I'll have to go check.
Yeah, you're
gonna
have to.
See, there will be a time where you're gonna text me at lunchtime like, hey,
let's go to Slice.
Let's go to Slice.
Yeah, it's not too far away from the office.
Yeah, we could do it. Yeah, Matthew can't go, so.
We can go on those weird days that he has off.
Yeah, I got random like weekdays off now, so I can meet y'all more often for lunch.
All right. Well, let's quit talking about food because I'm getting hungry. Let's take a break and we'll come back with the second half of the show. Beecham Woodworks is a locally owned and operated wood shop in Birmingham, Alabama, specializing in custom furniture and small home goods. Chris and Kanan Beecham create a wide variety of unique pieces of all sizes, ranging from cutting boards to farmhouse tables. Using wood sourced from Alabama sawmills, Beecham Woodworks creates affordable quality pieces that will be a one-of-a-kind fixture for your home. So support your local woodworker and visit redmountainexpress.com/woodworks or check them out on their Facebook and Instagram accounts. Beecham Woodworks, turning your house into a home. And welcome back to Men on Food in Birmingham, because we're going to open up this second half of the show with, yet again, another new restaurant.
You ended the first half with we're not going to talk about food anymore.
Yeah, we're done talking about food.
And then I looked at our schedule and we're like, oh, we have to talk about food at the very, very beginning of the second half
This
of
is
the show.
a little bit different, though.
It's good food. I mean, well, it's all good food.
It's all good food.
Chef Adam Evans of Atlanta is opening up Automatic Seafood and Oysters on 5th Avenue South in Birmingham. It's named Automatic after the Automatic Sprinkler Company. Yeah. So, and I love seafood, so I'm so glad that we're actually going to get another good seafood place in downtown Birmingham. It's open in January, is that right?
Yeah, so I think January of next year, I think it's their target date right now. And it's actually opening in a pretty good spot. It's right there on 5th Avenue, kind of across the street and down one block from Trim Tab. So they're close to Trim Tab. You got Brat Ovenbird's just a couple of blocks up. So that's...
Now, are they going to have sushi?
So the article here states that they're going to have a raw bar. So
that sounds like oysters to me.
I'm assuming that means oysters, but it may also include other stuff. So he says he's making relationships with seafood people like on the Gulf. Cool. So he'll be able to like bring unique items to the menu.
That's very cool. I mean, hopefully, because we do have some good oysters down in the Gulf, so hopefully we'll bring some of those up. I'm not a huge oyster fan.
You don't like oysters? We've
had this conversation
like recently, because we talked about Wenzel's, I think, which I think is also open. Anyway, side note.
I love raw oysters, man. God, just give me a dozen, some beer, and I'm happy. But this will open up in January. They're going to be using an old warehouse, which we've talked about over and over again. I love when we repurpose old buildings instead of tearing them down and building something new. So
it looks like I'm just looking at pictures of the lot, and it looks like it's going to be a really cool place. It's just like the way the building's laid out. I think it's going to be pretty cool.
Well, in the AL.com article, or the Biz Journals article, the way they describe it, they say that it will have valet parking on 29th Street South, and then a walkway that leads through a coastal-inspired garden past the outdoor patio to the front door of the restaurant, where inside you find a raw bar and beverage bar on the left side of the restaurant. An open-air kitchen sits on the right with private dining and event space next to the kitchen. So it sounds really nice inside, the way they're describing it, with that walkway and then the open kitchen there. They do also mention in the article that Adam Evans is wanting to have that open kitchen concept to make it more accessible for people once the restaurant opens. I'm not exactly sure what that means. Like, do they want customers to be able to talk to the chefs, or do they?
Yeah, I think a lot of places do. Like, sort of. I mean, I know.
Hey, man, is that my steak?
Yeah,
take it off the grill.
Yeah, it's
take
done.
it off the grill. Look at that. It's a little bit done.
Yeah, so that's an interesting concept. I think having an open kitchen is one. It's a little bit of a risk because you can't hide anything, right? So that's true. That's good, but I think it does have a little bit more interaction. You've got, I know Satterfield's and does this, and like I think Frank Stitt's restaurants kind of do this too, where the kitchen's pretty open.
Gianmarco's is pretty open.
Yeah,
pretty see back there.
So Satterfield's, you can sit at the chef's counter there and talk to the chef.
Tell you what, when I was the grill man at Chili's in Tuscaloosa. I'm
Yeah.
so glad that was not open to the public.
Dropping steaks on the floor, picking them up, throwing them back on the grill.
That never happened.
Not
That never
once.
happened. Not once. No, it did not.
So that's cool. I think we'll look forward to that coming in next year.
In January, yeah.
January.
Yeah.
They already started renovations on the building, so we'll see it coming soon to a warehouse near you.
Yeah. So in news on the Legion FC coming.
So we're moving from food to beverage at this point.
Right. Yeah.
There we go.
We
okay.
have a theme here
Yeah.
at the Red Mountain
I
Express.
think so.
Everything has a plan, and no, that's not true at all. All right,
No, it does
so
not.
it is now official that Pepsi is going to be a partner with Legion FC. They're going to be the main sponsor there at the events and on their jerseys. So this is pretty cool. Buffalo Rock Company, a local company, being involved with Legion FC. I think it's a pretty big get for Legion for sponsorship. However, I was about to say concerned, but concerned's not right. I'm reading here on the Legion's blog post about this, and so they're including as part of this deal these new official items for the Legion. Aquafina is going to be the official water of Birmingham Legion. Gatorade is the official isotonic of the Birmingham Legion.
You don't like Gatorade?
No, I like Gatorade.
That's fine.
Okay, all right.
Mountain Dew Amp, the official energy drink of the Birmingham Legion. This is
Some good old Mountain
this
Dew.
is where I pause a bit.
You don't like Mountain Dew?
I'm not a huge Mountain Dew fan. I'm
Well,
also
this
not
is-
a fan of energy drinks.
Oh,
I don't.
the
I
Amp.
think they're awful substances that should be banned. But that's just me. But have we gone too far? Do
I
we
think
really
we've
need an
gone too
official
far.
energy drink
Hey,
of the
man.
Birmingham Legion?
Look, they're paying for the rights. That's why.
Yeah,
they
I
do it,
mean
yeah.
that's fine.
I'm completely cool with that. I know it's part of the deal.
Yeah.
But no, I don't want to go to a sports event and be shown advertising for an energy drink, which is completely the antithesis of like being active and doing things. Energy drinks are terrible for you.
No, you get amped up, man, and then you go out and you run races. You run around the,
Hey,
the
look,
football field.
then you
And
die.
We
Yeah.
have like the New York Red Bulls that are a soccer team. So
Yeah.
why don't you slow your roll, okay?
Look, it's just marketing, right? It's
Yeah,
100%.
you drink this amp and then you get to go out and run around a.
Where's the
soccer field like
spicy
these
ginger
guys.
ale in all this? That's my question.
Yeah, it's Buffalo Rock, not the official ginger ale of the
That-
Birmingham Legion.
Well, so I think these are all like official Pepsi products, and Buffalo Rock ginger ale is not technically a Pepsi
But
product.
it says Buffalo Rock.
It
here,
does,
man.
it does, but this is Pepsi and not just Buffalo Rock.
I'm confused.
I don't know. I don't. I've never under. I mean, Buffalo Rock is
Well,
the.
I'm going to go out on a limb and just tell y'all right now, I don't drink Pepsi.
Oh. Does that mean you will not attend the Legion games?
No, I'll drink. No,
Does that mean you won't buy the jersey?
no, that's not what I said.
You can
I just
drink the
don't-
Gatorade
I'll drink the Gatorade.
or the Aquafina.
I'm
It's
just
the
not a big
official
fan of
water.
Pepsi. I mean, I just it's okay. I'll drink it if I have to, but
I definitely prefer Aquafina to Dasani.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I can't tell the damn difference between waters. Okay.
I can.
Oh,
I think I can, but that could be
you have a-
just
you
me
have
blowing
snooty
smoke.
taste, I guess.
I drink tap water too, so I'm really okay with whatever.
Toilet water. whatever.
I like Birmingham's best.
No. So all,
Birmingham has great water.
We do have great water.
We're
I mean,
very lucky.
we paid for it. I mean, with a bankruptcy.
all joking aside, and me complaining about the energy drink, this really is a good deal. I'm glad to see that the Legion FC's picking up sponsorships
I
like
think
this.
it's a good deal too. I'm just saying I don't like Pepsi. I mean, just throwing it out there.
Not sponsoring the Red Mountain Express will be Pepsi ever.
Because Coca-Cola's got that. Okay, they're gonna call us tomorrow.
All right.
Probably not. Okay, let's talk about property news. We move on to property news.
Let's do it.
UAB is building some new student housing. It's going to be near Railroad Park, which I think is really cool because it's not going to be really on campus. It's going to be near something that's open and active. So for all of our listeners, because you don't have a map in front of you right now, if you're going all the way down Railroad Park, going toward Good People Brewing Company, it's going to be on the far end of Railroad Park. It's going to be 7 stories. I think the first 2 stories are parking. Is there retail included in this?
There's retail, a leasing
Yeah.
office. I think the actual apartments don't start until like the 5th story.
Yeah. But, I mean, they're going to be really, really nice apartments. And you're starting to see a lot of universities move away from the dorm-style living that I think most of us knew where, and luckily I never lived in a dorm, but, like, we have, like, communal
Oh,
showers.
you fancy.
Well, I didn't live in a dorm. But, like, where communal showers and just you had a roommate. Now it's more of there's a common space.
Yeah.
And then you have rooms, kind of like in a big apartment. So,
Yeah, I think most universities are moving away from the traditional dorms to more like apartments, because that's what
that's a way to recruit
that's what the
students.
spoiled millennials want.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I will
I
say
hate that.
this. I think this is a very, very good idea. I think it's a good way to recruit students to UAB. I like the fact that it's near Parkside. You have a brewery there. You have the park. You have the baseball team. You have some, speaking of food, we have some pizza that's behind Good People Brewing Company that we always like. So it's a good idea. I like it.
Yeah, I think this is cool. I think it being connected to the university and having, these places are going to be filled. There's no doubt with the number of students coming to UAB. And I think this is further moves UAB away from that sort of commuter campus tag that they've had for many, many years. I think they're really trying to distance themselves from that and try to be a just university, just like anywhere else, just like Alabama or any other state school. So I think this moves them in that direction a good way. Well, and the drawings look great. Yeah. This place looks awesome.
I think something to keep in mind, too, is that UAB does require freshman students to live on campus. So this provides a kind of an avenue to get some of the older classmen, out into another building where they can, house the freshmen on campus.
Right.
And they are building, I think this was in the news a few weeks ago, they've got a new campus structure going up for housing. They had that budget approved, so that's going to be going up pretty soon too.
Yeah, this the price tag on this is about $74 million. It's going to be 730 beds added on to the 2,900 beds they already have. So this is good.
They're not looking at completion though until 2021, I believe, the spring of 2021.
It looks involved.
Yeah, there's a lot to it, and they are having to tear down an existing structure there.
So in more real estate news, it looks like we have some new townhomes being built on Birmingham's Rotary Trail.
Man, you knew when they built Rotary Trail this was coming. You know what I mean? You knew it. You knew it.
I think it's great, though.
I think it's awesome, yeah.
There are 28 new townhomes. They're being built right on the Birmingham Rotary Trail. Avenue A Townhouses. It's a joint venture between H2 Real Estate and the Dobbins Group, which is a Birmingham-based real estate investment firm. It will include 2 to 3 bedroom units, all with attached private garages. The listing price for these they'll be going between
it's a bit steep,
$439 to $779. I guessed when you threw this out there, I guess in the $600,000 range. These are not starter homes.
No.
These are really. These are downtown living, nice, high-end 2 to 3 bedrooms.
These are where the surgeons that work at UAB are going to live.
They're aiming these towards empty nesters that are, retired or still working with a good budget. Maybe people with some higher-end jobs downtown. And I think they're aiming to get these people in here and kind of still offer them the suburb lifestyle. You're talking about a nice townhome with a 2-car garage, I think.
Not parking on the street.
Yeah. Rooftop.
Yeah.
And the cool thing, we talked about this before we came on the air, is the question is that were they demolishing anything that was historic or something that could be used again? And we looked at the map, and it's just an empty lot.
Yeah, so it's on the end of the trail, kind of where the trail joins up with the Jones Trail.
Sure.
And there's nothing there. It's just an empty lot with a fence around it.
Soon to be really expensive townhomes.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing these. They're expected to be completed by late 2019, so that's not too far. That's about a year from now. So,
and all the longtime fans of the podcast, we interviewed Blue Yonder, right across from where this was happening. So that's where I don't know, just kind of tying it in there, man.
Little podcast,
little podcast trivia for you. Hey, what can you say? Anything else, guys, for the good of the order?
So maybe we'll be back next week.
Hopefully.
Maybe we won't. If we're not, though, enjoy your Thanksgiving. Of course, this show will be coming out
hopefully,
right here at Thanksgiving for you.
And then Christmas.
And then, no, that's not the next
Christmas.
show.
Full-blown Christmas. Enjoy your Thanksgiving holiday. We're glad you joined us here on the Red Mountain Express. Remember, you can go online to redmountainexpress.com. Leave us your comments. Let us know what you'd like to hear about. You can also find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. For Matthew Joyner and Patrick Tucker, I'm Blake Westbrook. We'll see you next week or maybe the week after that or here soon.